Think of that moment when everything is falling apart and you feel like you've lost total control. That phone call, that news, the sudden violent collapse of your dreams. Most people shatter at these moments. They feel like their world is ending, their minds freeze, their breath tightens. But some stand like a rock in the middle of the chaos, unmoved by the crashing waves. What is the secret, ancient power they possess that you haven't discovered yet? Today, we are going to learn how to turn the disasters life throws at you into your greatest training ground. Welcome. It is time to let crises build you, not break you. We cannot speak of crisis management without mentioning Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism. Zeno was not just a thinker, he was a wealthy merchant, his ships carrying precious purple dyes and rare spices across the vast Mediterranean. One day, the sky turned black and a violent storm erupted. As the waves tore his ship like a piece of paper, his entire fortune, his life's work, sank into the dark, cold depths of the ocean. He washed ashore with nothing but the wet clothes on his back. Yesterday, he was one of the wealthiest men alive. Today, he was a nobody. For most, this is the end of the road. But what did Zeno do? He walked into a bookstore in Athens and began reading about Socrates. In that moment, the true course of his life was set. Years later, he would say, "I made a prosperous voyage when I suffered a shipwreck." Crises are often harsh, uncompromising messengers, tearing us from our comfortable but false lives to show us the path we were truly meant to walk. Perhaps what you call a disaster is actually your life's greatest awakening. Life hits us when we are most vulnerable, right at the point where we think we are safe. A computer crash before a vital presentation, a public failure, or a deep personal loss. In that moment, a heavy weight settles on your chest, and the toxic question echoes in your mind. Why me? Why now? This is a trap for the soul. In the heart of chaos, ancient wisdom whispers, "This has happened. Reality has knocked on your door. Now, what are you going to do from this second forward?" This is the true test of Stoic discipline. In the first part, we talked about the inner citadel. In a crisis, only one fortress remains under your control, the meaning you give to the event and the reaction you choose. While the world outside burns, you control the fire within. Imagine Seneca, once one of Rome's most powerful and influential men, was exiled overnight to the wild and barren island of Corsica due to false accusations. He lost his family, his library, and his marble palaces. He spent 8 long years there. But Seneca did not break. He did not cry out in despair. Instead, in the heart of that crisis, he wrote the immortal works that teach us how a person can remain free even in chains. Adversity is the best opportunity for a man to understand how strong he truly is, he wrote. For Seneca, exile was not a punishment, but a retreat for self-discovery. During your crisis, remind yourself, if Seneca could maintain his peace on a barren island, I can stand tall against my current struggle. The human soul is far more resilient than you think. During a crisis, your first technical move must be to strip away the mental drama with surgical precision. The Emperor Marcus Aurelius practiced stripping objects of their glamour to see their bare reality. He called fine wine fermented grape juice and imperial robes sheep wool stained with snail blood. He did this to remove the alchemical illusions we wrap around things. You must do the same. Instead of, "I am ruined," say, "There is a situation that is not going as planned, and I need to find a solution." When you remove emotional adjectives and catastrophic scenarios, panic ends and the cool voice of logic begins. A setback is just a setback. It is your judgment that labels it a disaster. Meet the most radical Stoic principle, Amor Fati, the love of one's fate. This is not about merely enduring bad events. It is about embracing them as gifts specifically ordered by the universe for your growth. See this crisis as a mental CrossFit workout for your character. If life has placed a wall in your way, remember the Stoic rule: the impediment to action advances action. Without that struggle, the sleeping giant within you would never wake up. As fire purifies gold, crises purify and polish human character. When the mind clears and the storm settles a little, it is time to move. Use the 4 Stoic virtues as your compass so you don't get lost in the chaos. First, use wisdom to analyze the situation. What can you change right now? Then, use courage to face your fears and take full responsibility. Next, use justice to move forward fairly without blaming others. And most importantly, use temperance to implement your decisions step by step without yielding to panic or emotional outbursts. Crises are temporary, but the character you show within them is permanent. At the end of the day, ask yourself, did I yield to the storm today, or did I hold the helm? I leave you with a transformative challenge. In the next 24 hours, deliberately give up a comfort you take for granted. Drink your coffee black, or perhaps not at all. Instead of that warm shower, step under the cold water that makes your body shiver, or refuse your favorite meal for a day. Ask yourself, is this the hardship I feared? Is this the crisis? If I can endure this, I can face any storm with dignity. Willpower is a muscle that grows only through resistance. Your inner citadel will never fall as long as you do not surrender. Stoic discipline is not a destination, it is a journey that begins anew with every breath. Strengthen your will today by looking at crises as teachers. Thank you for listening. May your character be a rock and your mind a fortress. Stay in serenity. Take care of yourself.